Okay, guys, you might be wondering why haven't I been uploading? I haven't been uploading because I've been moving a lot. I couldn't actually find a good connection to upload. I just had to use my mobile data, which I don't want it to. So I just at my cousin's, and I am at an apartment currently with my cousin in my home. So yeah, and I'm filming this video because it's so stupid that the conclusion I come up with. I'm gonna debunk it real quick.
So, about 2 months ago, at least from when
I'm gonna go to
cheese ripoff.
Oh,
Superhuman level.
okay. This is the part where he gets stuff
Alright,
wrong.
now to cover probably the biggest problem with the video, and that is the skull crushing calculation.
Okay, Goji Chronic did give a bad skull crushing calculation, but yeah, the animatronics don't beat him.
Chronic's video, he mentioned a skull crushing calculation that Goji Chronic. You can find.
Yeah, so this kind of got debunked. I debunked it a lot. But I didn't upload it on YouTube. See, basically, he didn't mention the fact that it's a point blank shot from a Magnum hollow round. A Magnum hollow round, if it does 3,900 damage from a close range from point blank, it would upscale by 500 to even 1,000 joules of energy to, at the very maximum, 3,000 joules of energy. So yeah, and also destroying the skull with 1 point of damage is not the same as crushing it with biting it, because when you do that, the shockwave of the bullet is what destroys the skull, whereas the bite you have to overcome the opposite force of what crushes the skull.
So, as Magnum hollow point round, which can generate 900 joules. Now, there are some counter arguments. Balanced instead is a really 3,700 joules of energy. So the lowest number here is pretty damn accurate, with really their own, but the results still suggest it takes about 3,000 lower than what Goji they would if they actually scaled to skull crushing, which
they do scale to skull crushing. That's a well-known fact that they scale to skull crushing. And I know a lot of people will say that's just lifting strength. Yes, even if it's just lifting strength, that means that they could just rip out Mike's head when they gang up on him. But then again, skull crushing should scale to their attack potency because they're newer models than Fredbear, and Fredbear was able to crush the Crying Child's skull, which is 500 to 1,000 joules lower than actual skull crushing. Which with skull crushing being around the 4,000 joules of ranges with a normal gun, and obviously 4,500 to 5,000 joules of energy with a bite. So downgrading the lowest one, it would be 3,500, and the highest one would be 4,000. So yeah, they would upscale that by 500 to 1,000. Just 500 joules they would upscale, which would make them either 5,000 or wait, no. It would make them 4,000 or 4,500 joules of energy for their bites. Their punches scale to this because they've got the same arrow that closes their jaw in their fist, so their attack potency would scale to that.
is my next biggest issue with the video. No, made long before the other four were ever.
He tried to debunk this with a bad debunk. The reason why this debunk is bad is because newer models in the FNAFverse always upscale the older ones. It's literally said in the encyclopedia that the toy animatronics upscale the OG4, their endoskeletons, and the OG4's endoskeletons is what they use to punch and bite. So yeah, they was just scaled to that. And obviously the upscale for the Crush the Crying Child's skull, which is, how it happens. So yeah, that's a bad debunk.
And not only that, he is this was a kid patient with those animatronics destroying a small section.
Okay, yeah, frontal. No, they do scale to skull crushing.
Strength feat and So after discussing the animatronics' attack potency, Goji
Okay.
proceeded to talk about their speed and durability, and for both of these scalings, he brought up scalings to Springtrap. Now, his argument for scaling the animatronics to Springtrap is that the Spring Bonnie and Fredbear suits were made around the same time. But that doesn't work because, as we said earlier, the OG4 don't use the same
Okay, first of all, no, William Afton doesn't scale. He upscales the OG4 because he dismantled them. But the OG4s, their ability scale to their attack bonus because they're literally made out of metal. And when they try to overpower you, they can just break their arms like they're freaking metal. So yeah, I don't use the metal thing to link them to wall level. I only scale them to like 6,000 joules of energy. That's my scaling from them, just from the games. If you're adding the books here, then they're way higher. So yeah.
skeleton Fredbear did. Not only that, but Springtrap doesn't have an endoskeleton. He's not a robot at all. He's a man. He's the man, William Afton. I am so sorry. But the point is, Springtrap is not. So at the end of the
For the conclusion, you were kind of wrong. Yes, you did debunk some of the things, but the OG4 do beat Mike Tyson. Their endoskeletons close their jaws, which can crush the skull. Their punches would scale to this, or upscaled, just because the spirits can punch faster. Yes, the spirits would upscale the bite because they can punch faster, which results in higher damage. And also bite faster, which also results in higher damage. So yeah, the amount of joules of energy would be higher for the OG4 than Fredbear. And that's the conclusion. They beat Mike Tyson, and even if they couldn't, they can rip his head off via having higher lifting strength than him. And yeah, that is the conclusion that I came into. And goodbye for now, until the next video.